Live on YouTube. I just realized I was looking back at some of the YouTube VODs. Literally every single one of them. The intro is me saying live on YouTube. Because I'm always making sure it's live. Live on YouTube. How's it going? Hello. Today's gonna be a bit of a short stream because I got a call after this I need to go to. So, yeah. 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 Maybe if it doesn't take too long, maybe I just start the stream back up later on. Maybe. Okay, high likelihood I don't do that, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I probably won't do that. Yeah, I'll be completely real. I probably won't do that. I'll probably just work off stream like I did last night. I worked until 2 a.m. to try to work on the first steps of what the Deagle Ultimate could look like. I did a couple little animation things. It looks okay. Like, it looks okay. It's I think a little buggy in some parts. I do need to fix up some of the animations and some of the things. But yeah. Do I even read chat? No. No, I don't. The thing is, like, players are gonna be so focused on, like, trying to fucking shoot shit that they won't even see their character doing whatever the hell they're doing right here. And then the laser... The laser's not there, apparently. Okay, and now it's back. The laser looks okay. I feel like it's a little... janky. But maybe I'll just leave this here. Oh, except for that. That I don't like. I don't know why that happens. I think what I'll do is I'll fix some of the animations because I used some of the other animations for this, and I do need to change those. Why is that setting not working? What? Now it does. Dude, how'd they get past the filter? I thought I filtered that shit. Game's gonna be #1 on the charts. On the charts of shittiest game. Yes! Yes! Dude, I can't wait. I only watch dolphin documentaries. Dude, dolphins are like the biggest pieces of shit in the sea. They're like the biggest pieces of shit. Dolphins suck. I hate dolphins. The things they do to other fish. But yeah, that's what I worked on yesterday night. Getting that kind of going and feeling good-ish. I had to hard code a lot of stuff. I'm not proud of it. like this. We had to check for Akimbo Deagle in a lot of places. Listen, that's a sacrifice. That's a sacrifice that has to be made. Sorry. But what we could do is work a little bit more on like the animations just to really make it feel good. And then there's a couple bugs that I'd like to fix up. And then I think I'll call the Deagle ready to go. Maybe, I think. Supposedly, maybe, yeah. And then we'll work on the RPG again. Oh god, there's a lot of tasks in here. There's a lot of stuff in the RPG weapon. I can't wait for my character to just run around with the RPG, just carrying it like that. It's gonna look so silly. it's gonna look so silly, dude. Part of me wants to make it so you have to shoot it while you're crouched, but I don't want to tutorialize that. I'd rather not. You know what I mean? I'd rather not. Why not one of those ground grenade launchers? We could do a grenade launcher, and it was on my task list. The only thing is I wanted an RPG because it's a one ammo weapon. So it's like you pick it up during the boss fight, you fire that one. It's just that one. Like we could do the grenade launcher, and I have one of the tasks in here to make it an enemy that shoots grenades. But I kind of wanted one weapon that's like just a one fire kind of thing. And then kind of go with that. Silly games are fun. That's why Roblox is popular. I know, but our game isn't like, I guess our game is silly in some ways because it's like you have like superhuman strength. So you can grab enemies and use them as a shield in this game. You can. You can use body shields. Yeah, we have a whole thing for that. Making a good grappling mechanic is very difficult. Like a good grab mechanic. Very tough. Okay, so what I wanted to look at is what the is this. I think it's left hand. No, it's right hand. So I need to modify the right hand. So we do this, but we try not to get to this direction because, you know, it kind of looks like he broke his arm. So the goal is to not have to use that one. Now, what we do need to do is we need to make the right hand animations, and we need to make his head not move around. What I might do is I might make it so the head moves around ourselves. I'm not 100% yet on that idea. We'll see what I end up doing. But I might make it so the head moves around wherever you're looking. Because it will probably look weird, our head not moving at all. And being stiff might look very off. So we'll work on that. But let's start making some animations for this. First and foremost, we can change the forward pose. To the correct forward pose. Then we can probably delete the 45-degree one. My issue is that he moves his spine around, which is great, but like that causes issues with the left-handed animations. So we want to change that up. So trick pose, let's duplicate that. This is going to be the right hand. We'll do 90 degrees left. Start with 90 degrees left. Wait, I opened the wrong thing. Okay. So right hand 90 degrees to the left. I'm like really butchering our character though. Like stretching him and doing things that you probably shouldn't do. So I guess we'll do something like this. And then the lower arm, I'll just rotate it like that. And then the hand will rotate a little bit as well. It's not the, don't get me wrong, it's not the best thing in the world. But I doubt players will like 100% look at this. Why am I using UE4? Just because the game started out in UE4 and I can't be bothered to upgrade it to UE5. Ryan, if you want to add walk/run animations starting at 90, negative 90, 180, or 180 or minus 180 degrees, how would you approach it without using root motion? Walk/run animations starting at 90, minus 90, 180, or minus 180 degrees. Starting at 90, minus 90. Are you saying like you want your walk/run animations to always be in these directions? Like you don't want the player to go diagonally, or do you mean you want like start run animations? You can just upgrade it in one click. The problem is I just don't know what potential problems we're going to run into for our players that are currently playing the game. And I just don't, for this game, I don't really need UE5. There's nothing really that I need, to be honest. So, much better optimization techniques in UE5? I don't think so. Like there probably is. There's a few things that they have in there, but I don't need what is it, SM6? I don't need DX12. Don't need Nanite, don't need Lumen, don't need VSMs. I don't need the control rig stuff. I don't need any of the animation stuff, to be honest. Like, it'd be nice. Like, if I started this game in UE5, like, that'd be cool. There'd be some stuff there, but I just don't want to cause fucking issues by upgrading this game to UE5. I just don't think it's necessary for this game. I'll probably make my next game in UE5, though. Maybe. 90% chance I probably will. Woozy? Yeah, Ryan, if you have more details, I can maybe help out. Like, are you trying to do start animations, or... is the game forced on those specific degrees? Standing to run forward. I do what I do, which I'm pretty sure I think I have start animations. Oh, where's my thing here? I do a blend space. I take the direction. I don't know if speed is necessary. I guess speed would be necessary if you're going like really fast. I use a blend space, and then it just goes, we do our directions here. We have negative 180 on the x-axis for the direction, and then speed here. So these are like the start run animations, whereas this is walk. I think they're both the same animation, but you could probably do something different there. I probably could hook up something different in here if I wanted to. But that's what I do. I do a blend space with a direction. And then I think the transition to running, we get the current time of start run. Once it's over 0.4 seconds, then we just start playing the loop animation. That's what I do. It somewhat works. It's not like perfect, but it doesn't use root motion, so it doesn't lock our character into anything. How's the game going? It's going okay. it's going okay. You know, slowly but surely making some progress. Can you show some gameplay? Hey, I got you. Gameplay. So we have 90 degrees left. Now we need 90 degrees right. "90 degrees right." This is one of the easier ones. Is the third-person update out on Steam yet? It is unofficially out on the beta branch. So you can enable the beta branch to play it yourself. However, it is still kind of, you know, in development, essentially. Wait, hold on. That's not the right line, is it? It is. Just going crazy. That does not look like 90 degrees right. I guess it is. Why am I not on the Sigma branch? Yeah, that's true. Is that video your gameplay? Yes. That's my game. The game. I would go on the Sigma branch if they had it. Now I get why you don't need it in UE5. I just don't think there's any point to doing it in UE5. Like, what features would I utilize? I would probably be able to utilize... what was that thing called? What's that thing called to modify root motion in the montage? That would be kind of useful for some of the attack animations and stuff like that. I forgot what that's called. What's it called? That would be handy, but like, I just that's about it. All I can think of. I guess your approach can also be used in your multiplayer. I'd say so, yeah, because as long as you're replicating, I think you'd have to replicate the acceleration. At least how I'm doing it, I use acceleration. You probably don't need to use acceleration. You could probably just use speed. So when they start the run, it would start the run and then go straight into running. And I think inadvertently, each local client will end up running the start run. As long as the thing that's causing the transition is replicated, then I think you'd probably be able to use this. It's not the cleanest thing in the world, but it works. Like, you could probably do a lot more to get really nice start run animations, but like, there's other shit I gotta do. I got other shit I gotta do. Okay, so let's see here. Right hand, 90 degrees. Left. And then 90 degrees right. I want to see if maybe... I don't like the spine movement. The spine movement might cause some issues, but let's see if that looks okay. Man, it does look really weird that his head's not following the action, though. Where's the Carlson clone you were working on? Carlson? That was ages ago. Or like the Mirror's Edge shooting game? I haven't worked on that. Yeah, his head not following the action does look really, really silly. So we probably want the head to follow where we're looking. I'm not too worried about those last two animations. I think we'll just use those. Even though it technically moves the spine. Jeez, this stuff is loud. This gun's so loud. Now, the dive, I could probably make it look a little better because, like, the gun... Like, look at that, you know? That kind of looks a little silly. But I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't really care. Like, it's a detail thing. Like, it would look nice, but... I think the one thing that we can do to make this look better is just make the head follow the direction of where we're looking. Which, I think we... Don't we have an aim offset for that? Yeah, we do. Why isn't that being activated? Her? What? I guess it's not really being used. Let's try this. We'll grab the aim offset. Slap it at the end here. Let's give it an alpha. Let's see if this breaks anything. Although the problem is the aim yaw, we're getting values I don't think I want. Yeah, I want like do I have a like a raw aim yaw? What is aim mesh difference? I want to see what that is. I just don't like the spine movement. I just want his head. So, as long as I can get as long as I can get that going, I think I'm fine. Maybe I have like a look direction. No, direction is movement direction. I might just have to create a separate variable here for aim yaw. Because I don't know what rotation Z. What is get desired character rotation? I don't even know what that is. What the hell is that? Okay. Here's what we'll do. We'll duplicate aim yaw. We'll do aim yaw raw. Aim yaw raw. Yaw aim raw. Raw aim. I'm going crazy. I'm going absolutely insane. Rotation Z. No, we want, I think, turn amount. You got a Bion? What are you working on? I'm working on some animation stuff for our character when we use Kimbo Deagles. Dual Deagles. I don't know what this is actually getting. Hold on, let me debug this. What's the value telling us? Negative 0.002045. Well, that's really handy. It's not really, I would expect that to be a different number, but it is not. Calculate aim difference. Where are we doing calculate aim difference? Right here. So it's always being run. Here we have rotation Z. Maybe we can minus this by legs direction. And then, what is legs direction right now? How do I see that? How do I see what that value is? No, I don't remember how to see all of the values. I don't remember. So let's just look here, I guess. Speed 0, right? Where's our direction calculation? Zero. What? Oh, legs direction is negative minus 42. Let's try this. Rotation Z, I guess, would we want to minus the legs direction or plus? No, that's probably not the calculation we'd want. Hey, well, let's try it. Have you tried doing the thing with the stuff? No, I've not tried the thing with the stuff yet, as of yet. As a matter of fact, I've not tried the thing with the stuff. Okay, so it's technically working. However, as you can imagine, the spine is being affected. The spine is indeed being affected, which is not desirable. So let's just let's do a little something crazy. Let's do something a little crazy. Let's do something a little crazy. What's the bone called? The head? Neck 01? Neck underscore 01? I don't know why, but that's what it is. Let's do neck underscore 01. And then let's hook that bad boy up. And let's see how that looks. I just want the head to follow a general direction of where we're looking. And then that way it doesn't look weird. He's looking in the wrong direction. He's looking away. He's like, why are you looking that way, man? What are you doing? All right, so I think that has to do with clamping it. Let's go ahead and clamp the angle, because I think that's what the problem is there. Right, I think that's what the problemo is. It still looks a little goofy. The hands all going around and stuff like that. It looks cool, but it also, like, it's not, you know, it's not the best thing ever. I don't think a lot of players are going to notice it, though, because, like, they're not going to be, like, really looking at their character all the time. They'll, like, maybe subtly see some, like, cool stuff going on, or they'll look at it and be like, wow, my character turned into a meatball, and then, like, I wish we could, like, smoothen the movement, but that would, like, mess with the player's aiming. Like, a proper turnaround animation would probably do wonders, but okay, the head following where we're looking, though, definitely does make a really big difference, though, I will say. I think it makes a big difference. There's a little bit of janky moments when we, like, turn. Sometimes, the values don't get reset, even though I do reset them. Oh, damn. You know what doesn't take into effect for the most part is, which kind of sucks, is the pitch, the aim pitch. We don't have, like, modifiers for that. The RPG, which is a shotgun. It's not real. Like, it looks kind of cool. The head helps. I think the head helps a lot. I think let me try something. I don't think it's going to be good, though, because it might fuck with some stuff. What if we do a little bit of spine? Like a blend depth of 5. My problem is that it's probably going to affect the direction. Let's try blend depth of 2. 2? Is there even a spine 03? Spine, yes, there is. I did think for a moment there. That blend depth has completely eradicated our arms. So let's do this. We'll do clavicle. Underscore left -1. Here's a little trick for you guys. You can completely minus out something from a blend by just doing -1. Is that correct? I don't know, but I do it. It works. -1. Although I do think that blend depth will have to be higher. So now we have a little bit of spine movement. Let's do spine 02 with a blend depth of 3. I don't know. That might fuck with it. don't really see a big difference. Let me see here. I wonder if the mesh space rotation blend thing kind of helps a little bit. I think that looks a lot better. Having a little bit of that spine movement, I think, adds a lot. I should really try to, like, okay, how we do it right now is there's an 80% chance that you keep firing from, no, there's an 80% chance that you switch gun to the other gun. But what should happen is if you're still aiming at an enemy that's like in the range of where the other gun currently is, it should stick to that gun. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm really fucking lazy. I'm gotta be real. I'm really lazy. So I don't really want to do that calculation, even though I'm sure it would probably maybe make this look better. It would allow for more cool movements where we have like one hand separated from the other, you know what I mean? Like, hold on, like, hold on. Hold on. I don't know, something like that. One problem I found, though, is we have recoil on both hands. I don't know if you guys see that. Like, both hands are being knocked backwards. And that, I think, is because of our recoil animation. And how I made it. Which kind of sucks. Yeah. I feel like I could probably make the recoil animation look so much better. But anyways, let's just test it out in action. I found the best map that worked best with this was the flip side level. Although the thing is that you're not going to ever get like the ultimate right off the bat, but you know, in our case, we'll just test it out. We'll turn off infinite ammo. No. I feel like at times, oh great, now I bugged it out. We have an issue where when you die, that's another thing I'm gonna have to fix. It doesn't like correctly deactivate it. So maybe before I do any playtesting, let's try to fix these two issues at the top here because they're not looking pretty good. They're not looking too good. And then I will call the Deagle ready to go. Ready to ship. Ready to ship. Deactivate the ultimate on death. Okay, so how do we deactivate it? Let's take a look at the death system. How am I doing it? Damage and death. Damage and death. Do we just set the ultimate to false? Don't wait. What the hell? Okay, it would appear. I don't know. Maybe it's happening on the retry. Let's see here. We hit continue run. Hides the HUD. Then we continue the run. We respawn the player character, which I think is probably happening in there, if I were to guess. Yep. Executing enemies set to false. Put code here. Put what code? Past me? Put what code? What do you mean put code here? What code am I supposed to put here? Oh, God. What? What is put code? What? Yeah. Ah, there it is. Ult enabled. We just set it to false, and then that's it. Wow, that sucks. That is, that's horrendous. Well, okay. 50 minutes late, just in time for the intro to end. Hey, listen, we've been working, buddy, all right? You're late. Put your jacket on, all right? We're going to work. So we just set ult enabled here. That's kind of horrible. Okay, here's here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking. Let's go to the Deagle. And on begin play. Oh, we have a gun begin play. I guess that would be the one to use, I suppose. I don't know where that gets called, though. In the end chapter screen, we call gun begin play. Interesting. So that does not get called on begin play. It just gets called on gun begin play, which only gets called after the death screen or the end chapter screen. I have an idea. There we go. Problem solved. Would you look at that? It's like we never even had a problem to begin with. So then from here, we want to get the character. And assign on death. I wish I could assign this something different. You know, like... I could probably assign it a function. Could I? I feel like I could. This is kind of meh. So when the player dies, we want to almost treat it as if we've deactivated the ultimate. So where is that? What's weird is that we have reload code, but this gun doesn't have reloading. So I think I can actually delete this because we don't ever reload the gun. The gun doesn't have excess ammo. Yeah, whatever. So we want to turn off the ult. Set the max ammo to 7. And then I think we will just outright delete the thing. Do this. Do all of this. Sass. We will destroy the deagle before we do anything else. Okay. That should fix it, I think. Fingers crossed. Let's try it again. So we need to, on purpose, let our character die. I think also clean suits breaks it. Because now I'm only using the right gun, and it's like broken permanently. What? What? That. Someone put that on the list. Someone put that on the list. So that one works, but now we have the clean suit that breaks it. It's Ronin for hire. One day we'll work on Ronin again. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll find out. Who knows what the next game could be? It could be a crypto shill game. No, I wouldn't do that. Rooftop levels are cool. I think if I were to return back to Ronin, I would very much lean more sci-fi, almost like Star Wars Coruscant-esque than Cyberpunk. Like it would have like elements of Cyberpunk, but I think it would lean more into like architecture-wise, like a kind of like sci-fi-y kind of underworld Coruscant kind of vibe. Yeah. Something like that, probably. Maybe, I don't know. I literally don't know what I would do. I wonder if Ronin would even have to be a roguelite. You know what I mean? I thought about it. I was like, could I make Ronin not... Well, obviously, we could, but like, what would it be if it were not a roguelite? Am I up to date on Him Who Shall Not Be Named Interactive? John Nanite? What happened with John Nanite? If it's not like within the past 24 hours, I don't care because I probably already... I know he uploaded like a random video talking about fucking... talking shit about another YouTuber. What the hell? You guys hear that? Oh, I already know about that. Big meltdown. Yeah. The moderators of FTAA made a video against him? Wait. r/fuck TAA? Are you talking about fuck TAA or is this like a different subreddit? Is FTAA different from fuck TAA? I don't see the video that you're talking about. He's in a constant meltdown state anyway. I don't see the video you're talking about. There's a whole ass channel for fuck TAA. That's kind of funny. I don't know. Who cares? Yeah, I don't know how. Here's the thing, dude. Um, Never mind. I'm not gonna go into it. Didn't I make a pact that I said I would not ever talk about John Nanite again? I made a pact mentally in my head. I'm not giving that person any more publicity because that's literally what they want. Like if you go on their LinkedIn, they like are always posting, "Oh, dude, look, Asmongold made a video about us." It's like I don't know if that's a good thing. I actually don't know if that's a good thing, dude. Like okay, I guess. Oh, you guys are getting publicity, I suppose. I guess. Listen, if anybody donates to that person or gives that person money, that's on you. I'm sure they'll surely they'll make that Unreal Engine repo or that Unreal Engine fork that they were talking about. Surely, one day, right, guys? If I make a game, I don't want Asmon to make a video about it. Yeah, me neither, man. Have you seen that guy's fucking chat room? Anytime they see a trailer with a female in it, they're like DEI. it's the most. Oh man. It's like you could predict it too. Whenever you see a trailer that has a female in it, it's just you can smell the non-showered chat room. I'm not exaggerating. No, like literally every single trailer that Asmongold watches on his stream that has a woman in it. I bet if Longest Journey Dreamfall came out today, it would be completely misinterpreted by Asmon's chat. I think I just saw that game that you're mentioning like yesterday. Like I didn't see it. I saw like the title, I think. Dreamfall. That sounds very familiar. I don't actually know what it is. Guy reminds me of the tech bro nobody wants. Listen, I don't want to talk about John Nanite. Okay, John Nanite is John Nanite. That's it. We do not speak of John Nanite. John Nanite will do his own undoing because I think his channel blew up way beyond for his own good. I think, which I think yeah. Clean suit breaks the ultimate state. So let's see what's going on there. I think I know what it is. I think every time we get a clean suit, I think we literally just turn off the ultimate, which I don't. I think was to fix an issue somewhere? Yeah, right there. Is the deagle done? It's nearly done. I think once I fix this bug, it's basically good to go. Wanted to write down that thing where you couldn't push it. Oh, yeah, right. Let me also write that down. It's really annoying. Because I feel like there was enough force to push them off the edge, which we should have. Yeah, it's not like, don't get me wrong, the deagle looks okay. It's not 100% how I would have, I think, 100%. Like, it's not 100% how I would have wanted to envision it. But I'm not going to spend a whole ass week on this. You know what I mean? Like, we got until, what's our internal date? The 6th. We got until the 6th. We gotta move forward, even if it's not the prettiest thing in the world. It's a cult classic puzzle adventure series. Longest Journey, Dreamfall. Longest Journey, Dreamfall. You know what? Actually, no. Some of the shots looked familiar, but I think it's because I think it reminded me a little bit of Myst. I think that's what confused me. I think some of the shots remind me a little bit of Myst, or like those kind of style games. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen those series of games. Clean suit breaks the ultimate state. This is the problem right here. A lot of people who had Myst also had this. That's fair, yeah. So maybe I did play it in the past, or maybe I saw it a long time ago. It's highly likely. Perfect shot count set to 0. Add ammo 8. This is our culprit, I think. Is there anything else that could potentially be the problem? No, just that. I'm going to do something real stupid. So this is what I mean. I've been hard coding some stuff in the game. This is an example of that. If it's false, if it's true, continue. This is a prime example of me doing a little bit of a stupid thing. All right, looks like it works. I think it's working. I don't really like the close-up animation. It looks a little janky. Pulling the arms in close, but it was the closest thing I could do. Games looks neat. Yeah, it's all right. I don't have 100% faith in it. I think that is just a byproduct of working on it for so long. Oh, did we lose the ultimate there? I think we did. But that might have been just because I ran out of ammo. It looks cool at times. You know, it looks cool at times, the ultimate. Sometimes it looks a little janky, sometimes it works. How long have I been working on it? Too long, man. Too long. 4 years. 4 years. It's been too damn long. All right. At least it works. Done. We're done. It's done. I'm not touching it anymore because then we're just going to be going into polished territory, and then I could spend days just on this one thing just to try to make it look even better and better. But yeah, you just gotta move on. When you're stung, do you have to press the arrow or AD keys will work too? AD keys work. It's just the arrow keys just shows, hey, you just go left and right kind of dealio. If I wanted to learn blueprints, is there any YouTube channel I could watch? Well, I got a couple YouTube videos. I don't know, because when I started learning, it was about 10 years ago, and tutorials were a little bit different back then. Like, I would say the best tip I could say is don't look at tutorials for too long. I would say try to like just think of a game or an idea that you'd want to like create yourself. It could just be recreating another game, and then just try to like search up things related to that, and then learn little tidbits, and then try to go on your own, right? Learn how events get called, learn about blueprint interfaces. Because like I bet you if I look at one of these fucking tutorials, it's probably gonna teach you shit that you like. What is this? What is this tutorial? What are they talking about in this fucking thing? Let's see. What is a blueprint? I guess the construction script, right? Which I honestly don't think. I just don't think the construction script needs to be a part of the subject when you're first learning blueprints. Yeah, I'm working on I'm working on like a curriculum thing, but it's not ready yet. And this will kind of be a way to try to push people to like learn some fundamentals and then hopefully try to go on their own and learn their own way of doing things. And it kind of goes through like examples, looking at your component list, defaults. This one kind of gets you started telling you, hey, just fucking install a marketplace asset and fuck around with it a little bit. I'm going to make a dictionary of like basics, so it kind of goes through some terminologies and stuff. Creating input actions, and then I'm going to have like a section for interacting with objects. This will go through like interfaces. So every little subject is going to have like something that tries to teach you a few things, like the core focuses. This one's like going through the character movement component. Probably teaching about vectors. I haven't finished this thing yet though, so. Yes, the Crimson Unreal Manual. Come. Come. I'm still working on this though, so it's not ready yet. I haven't had the time to work on it as of late. Yeah. I think the best way of learning though is doing an interaction system. Because then from there you can like expand that thing outward and you start learning new things from there, right? Interaction system, the first thing you learn is interfaces. You learn how to do line traces, right? To interact with things, to pick things up or like hit things. Then you from there you can learn how to like make a door that opens. You learn about timelines, right? Or something of the sort, right? Or if you want to do physics based, maybe you learn about how to like push it using, I guess, what is that, angular velocity? So you kind of learn some of the little things like that, right? And then from there, okay, I have an interaction system. Then you do like a really basic inventory. You know, you can get like a really basic inventory going. Yeah. Jevons Cherries, thank you for the raid, by the way. Thank you. Yeah. I have doors I can open and close based on obtained keys, and that's about where I can get. What do you want to do next, Vixen? I think that's the biggest question. What would you want to do next? You have doors, that's great. You have keys that open those doors, fantastic. What would you want to do next? What would you want to learn? Like if you were to, if you wanted to put something in your game, what would you want to put in? Or not your game, but your project, you know, right? Like I always say, I think when you're learning something, I personally would say don't start with a project, start with like pieces and then work towards making a project personally. Obviously everyone's going to learn differently. I learned by trying to do full-on projects, but within those projects I basically just learned little elements that didn't really end up resulting in a game at all. But I want to make a CCTV system that tracks the player and can be used by the player. So CCTV, you mean cameras and stuff like that? The first thing you'd probably want to do is like get a camera actor going, right? Like that little camera CCTV kind of thing. And then from there, you're probably going to want it to like slowly rotate towards the player. So like that, I would probably just put an event tick. Honestly, it's probably fine. Just make sure that the camera is in view or in the area that you want it to do. So that could be another thing that like you kind of learn is like checking if the player's within a room, then the CCTV cameras get activated. So maybe we have like an active kind of system. And then from there, you'd have a thing for, there's a node that can switch your camera to another camera. So you can actually attach an actual camera to this. So you'd have like a static mesh version and then an actual camera on it. What's it called? What's the node called? Blend something. Is it this one? Yeah, set view target with blend. So what this does is you can specify an actor, and if that actor has a camera, that will become the view target. So that will become the new camera. And then maybe what you could do is maybe your CCTV camera or your CCTV system, you want it to have like unique controls, right? To like move the camera left and right. I imagine, I don't know what you want to do, right? Vixens, I'm just making assumptions. Then maybe you can make it so when the player connects to that camera, and that could be through like custom events, something like that. Maybe you open up a new enhanced input like mapping set. So like going to the left moves the camera to the left, you know, kind of controls like that. That's probably what you want to do. So you do some like custom events to like set the camera to that. And then I imagine maybe escape key or a different key. You'd maybe want to have a key that returns back to your player character. So make sure you do that, like a return to player kind of thing. And then when you return to the player, just turn off the input mappings for the CCTV. That's, I think, one of the nice things about the enhanced input stuff is the fact that you can really quickly like turn on and off controls without having to have like booleans and a bunch of bullshit. And then that would be a good start. And then this would help you, I think, with getting that kind of stuff going. And, you know, at least it's making steps forward, right? Get a system to check which camera you want to set to. So maybe you do like a line trace to the camera or something of the sort. So like, maybe what you could also do is maybe you want to have a system that switches between CCTV cameras. So like what you could do is like on begin play of all the cameras, you'd like get all actors of class, which is like the CCTV camera. And then you can add that to an array. And then what you could do is like you could maybe like cycle through the cameras or something like that. The only problem with that is every single one of them is probably going to get a different ordering, which might not be good. So that might be like where you add like instead maybe you do like a manager system. So you have like a manager that manages all of the CCTV cameras. And they become essentially like children of the manager, which keeps track of all the cameras in a room or whatever you're kind of doing there. But this would probably be a node that helps you. So like that's how I learned a lot of the times. When I first did my wall run system for Ronin, I didn't know how to get started until I saw a video where they used this node. And then this allowed me to kind of fuck around with it a little bit and understand, oh, dude, I can kind of manipulate my character a little bit. And I feel like you learn a lot just by like learning one node, and then you kind of just go on your own and try to just do your best with it. You know what I mean? Like it might not work the first time around, but progress is progress. At least learning progress, right? So I hope that helps. Where are we at on the Deagle? Think I know how to hook this up into my camera? Yeah, try some stuff out. Try some stuff out. You know, Bluetooth? Gorka's videos are fine, but they rarely get you everything you need. I don't know. I've never watched them. That's what I mean, though. I feel like Gorka might have been a thing 10 years ago. Like, maybe he was making videos. I might have seen his channel, but I never really watched any of them. Like, I maybe watched one. But yeah. Okay. Now that I guess we're kind of done the Deagle, what next? We should maybe get started on Sashimi, because this level is necessary for you to even unlock the Deagle. So I could change it temporarily, but I'd rather not, because I'm lazy. So is it less lazy to actually make the level, or is it more like... That's a bit of a conundrum. Yeah. We should probably get started on that level, because it's not even started at all. In fact, there's multiple levels that I think are not started yet. Charlie and Sashimi have not been started. Matsuit is like kind of there. The Sashimi involve a katana. We'll probably have more enemies with katanas in those levels, just because it, I guess, matches it a bit better. Matches that world. We do have katana enemies, but we spawn them in other levels, which honestly is kind of weird. But doing what I can with what I got. Hold on, I gotta check my messages. Okay. We're good. Where are we at on the third person mode? Need a UI indicator to show when a lethal shot is being prepared and or when a melee enemy is going to attack. Okay, so that's something we need to do. That's pretty important. We can delete that. Delete that. Nerf auto aim by making it make more sense. Okay, so that's because we just have a really stupid basic system for the auto aim or the aim assist. This we could potentially fix. I actually don't know why that's happening. Between third person top down, the hide overlap actors don't update. I have no clue if I can test that. Let's check if I can. That is in eviction. Let's see if we can test that out. Because I don't know if that actor, I think it is in the persistent level. I want to say it is in the persistent level. Dude, where are the fucking actors though for this thing? Why is it in the corner there? I'm a little perplexed as to why it's right here. Let's see, where's this level found? Persistent. Okay, so I can test it. Pretty sure I can spawn right here. So that gets set to hidden. The problem is that when I go into third person, it's still hidden. So what we need to do is, I guess we need to go to this blueprint and see if there's any systems in here that checks. We switched the, we don't. I swear I do that in somewhere else. I swear I've placed code like that in other places. I wonder why this was cut off. What? Huh? Switched perspective. Oh, we have a Boolean for third person. Oh, smart. Smart me. Smart. Very smart. Very smart. Yes. Oh, that's a very smart idea. That's a very smart idea. I like that very much. That's a fantastic idea. Switched perspective. Okay, I gotta compile. Switched perspective. What? Oh, I think it needs a Boolean. Yep. Called new value. I actually don't know if the name needs to be the exact same, but we'll find out. We're about to find out. Oh, looks like it worked. Hey, Scotty, what are we working on? You know, fixing some stuff. The Deagle is, well, for the most part, done. I could polish it a lot more. However, as a responsible adult, I will choose to not do that because we got to move forward. We've got a lot of shit on our list. Got a lot on our list. Let me tell you. A lot on our list. Yep. And, yep. Yep. It's probably in my best interest to, not fuck this up. So here we need a Boolean if we are actually in this. Here we have a check if we're in third person or not. So we actually want it to check if we're overlapping no matter what. I guess we can call it here. Gotta strive for good enough. Yeah. That's what needs to be done. Let's do set actors visible. God, I hate custom events because they're visible everywhere, and I wish I could set these to private. Like, setting that custom event to private would be fantastic. Like, for this project, whatever, it's already dirty enough. It's a fucking mess. It's a fucking mess, man. But in the future, I would like to learn how to do that stuff. I think in C++ you have to be able to set a custom event to hidden to private, right? I would imagine a custom event could be set to private in a in C++. In fact, actually, a good question is, does C++ even have custom events, or are they all just functions? That's another thing I'm curious about. Does C++ even have custom events? Like, I feel like this is a blueprint thing. Whereas everything in C++ is just functions. Let's start a new project and find out. Well, the next goal, my next learning goal is to learn more C++. So we will probably find out. We're going to fuck around and find out. Yep. So first we want to check if we're overlapping. Just functions. You can create events by creating specific functions and expose them to blueprint. Right. Right, because there needs to be some way to call, I guess, these events, right? Hold on, I gotta find... Oh, God. Where's an example of this? The events. I imagine... how are these coded in C++? Are these technically functions, or... I guess they're functions, right, in C++, but they maybe they just have different... what do you call those? Wildcards? No, that's not the term. What's the term for, like, the things at the top? Blueprint type or whatever. Are you gonna learn C++ on stream and you can back shit the shit out of you? Back shit? No, I would rather not have the back shits. I'll probably learn in my own way. I'll ask for help if I need it, which most likely I probably will from time to time. You know, Bane? Normal functions with an additional Unreal specific meta. You function above the... But, well, you function, you run... I believe you want to do that on literally every single function in UE C++ anyways. But I wonder what the meta would be for an event. Let's see. UE4 U function meta specifier for exposed event. Blueprint implementable event. So that might be it. There's also Blueprint native event. This function is designed to be overridden by Blueprint, but also has a default native implementation. It declares an additional function named the same as the main function, but with the underscore implementation added to the end, which is where code should be written. This is probably it. Blueprint native event or Blueprint implementable event. Oh, in a level Blueprint graph. I think it's this one. Blueprint implementable event. You only use function interaction with UE5. You can code standard C++ and just have interaction / interface between C++ /UE5 view function. I think the thing is though, you want to generally have view function for all of them because I think there's something with like garbage collection or some shit, something like that. If a struct is used a lot internally in the C++ and you don't need it in Blueprint, I heard it's better to not make it a U struct for performance. Interesting. I swear there's some thing that I saw that you generally want to have them as Unreal implemented functions or whatever. I'll learn that stuff. Things to learn. I guess either way, I do like having things Blueprint exposed anyways, so I will generally have things being Blueprint exposed no matter what. I swear there's something about garbage collection or some shit. Non-U structs will not be held in memory and are garbage collected ASAP. How the hell would you even hold it then? how would that happen? How would you force it to not get garbage collected then? Garbage collector works on everything derived from U object. So if you wanted a non-U struct, you'd have to put it outside of a U object? Can you even... I guess you probably could. I guess you probably could. I guess you could put a... Can you do a pointer to a non-U struct and then that would keep it in memory? That'd be interesting. I don't know what use I'd have for that though. Like currently in my current brain, you know, I don't know where I would do that because I'm not C++ pilled yet. Listen, man, look at my code. You see my fucking code? I hold references to objects when I don't need them. Like T-shared pointer and T-shared ref. I think that's the T-shared pointer stuff is like the new way of doing pointers, right? Because before you could just, it's like the improved way of doing it. I think in UE5, right? I think that's like the way they recommend it from what I read. Last time I was reading some, oh, that's T object pointer. Oh, okay. Okay, that's a different thing. Shared pointer is old AF. Okay, it had to be the object pointer then. The object pointer. So switch. Wait, how are we reading the perspective actually? We're reading from new value. Okay, well, I guess that makes sense. So if true, then that means we're in third person, which means we want to set actors visible. And then if false, we want to set actors hidden. Let's take a look. Just take a look. Problem solved. However, what the shit is that? There's a hole. There's a hole. Who put this here? Who put that there? Whatever. Who's gonna notice? Someone probably, but whatever. Hope I never have to 3x and some function name because I have a pointer that's a pointer to a pointer that points to the pointer. C++. You thought life was hard with taxes. Now just get a hold of this. Wait, why is the pillar showing... Why is it showing the above pillar? We probably don't want that. Maybe I should have just made this an ultimate that like you just activate it and like it just shoots a bunch of enemies around you. That maybe that would have looked cooler, but oh well. Fuck it. Who cares? I'm over it, dude. It looks fine. What was that error? Some sound effect stuff. Don't care. Okay, that fixed. Fixed. It's fixed. Is there any other bugs that are literally that for some reason... mouse aim assist, gun execution of the players on the ground fires an individual bullet that can hit that can hit auto aim enemies. Okay. Interesting. On legend difficulty, the beginning area of the cathedral doesn't reset enemies / first lock the gate after death. I see. Looking in a specific direction stops any enemies from spawning in the Miami arena level. Need to change how enemies spawn in third person. I see. Counterattack tutorial. Enemy doesn't attack sometimes. Randomly. Randomly. Good job, me. Randomly. Diving and releasing movement direction before dive connects. Causes the player to not play the dive animation. I tried to test this out and replicate it, and I couldn't get it to work. So maybe I fixed it. I don't know how, but... It's done. Yep. Good. You know, Colonel, I bought a keyboard. It's so sexy. What are you going to do to it? Hey, fucking slow down. I just typed at 120 WPM. That's it. No, I think that's my record right now. I've dwindled as a typer. My typing skills have dwindled. My CCTV model now follows an actor. Now to figure out how to look through it. Hey, hell yeah, man. First step down. Is it possible to lower the brightness of the muzzle flash only in third person? It's kind of blinding. Yeah, I noticed some stuff in third person that's relatively blinding. Especially the Dragon Breath shotgun. I might try to do some stuff to improve it. But definitely, I might do like a epilepsy kind of setting or something. Was the Deagle gimmick, is it more than 7 ammo when dual wielding? Yes, so you gain 14 bullets now instead of 7. And then your, like, animation looks, I guess, kind of cool. So, that's kind of the thing. What? Uh-oh. There's a hole. There's a hole. By the way, Colonel, thank you for the gifted sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Hold on, I'm reading a message from Derpy Shooter. Hello, I've made a game in Unity for iOS, and I'm wondering if you know how to implement the double swipe up to quit instead of one swipe. I can't find anywhere online how to implement this, and ChatGPT can't give me the answer either. Listen, man, I don't know. I'm not a mobile developer. I wouldn't know. Why is the texture for this so high res? What the hell? It's 256. It's also 256. Is there a detail normal map on this? Detail micro normal. So there's a micro normal, but there's no. Oh shit, I set it to like 35. Goodness gracious me, that looks disgusting. Yeah, I don't know, I can't help you. I've never done mobile. A non-uniform ground plane? Yes, it's called road plane. It's got 1,000 triangles. It's kind of bumpy. Which I actually don't know if the player collision... Yeah, it's just flat. The player collision is actually flat. It makes the edges and silhouette of things kind of look, I guess, a little cooler. Because then it's not just flat. There's a little bit of breakup to it. I think I had more detail on this before, but... I think I removed it because it was too much. I like the graded texture you use. The graded texture? Thinking like a grate. A grate? Grated? Like cheese? Grated? Oh, the dot effect? Yeah. It looks cool. It gives the game a little bit like uniqueness, I guess. I'm sure it probably could have been implemented better though. I probably could have done a better job with it. But it makes it more unique, I guess. Is it a dye diffuse or is it a shader? It's a shader. It is a shader. Bit expensive, I will say. A little bit expensive, in theory. Okay. Well, that bug's fixed, I guess. Supposedly. Looking in specific directions. Okay, that I'll have to fix. This one we'll have to fix. These two we should fix. And this one I can fix probably pretty easily as well. This one, I think I have a feeling I know what the problem is for this one. Yeah, if I were to do monkey type, I don't know what my words per minute would be right now. I don't know what it would be. My hands are really cold. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Yeah. It's so funny. My left hand does like 99% of the work. my my right hand does like nothing. I probably could like almost get to like 160 WPM if I wrote like a normal person. But most of my typing is on my left hand because I'm just a gamer. I'm a fucking I got the gamer pose. I don't do that shit. Well, your index finger goes on J and then like who cares, man? Yeah. I was wanting to see something like that in game. It's an okay effect. I think it looks kind of neat, but I think the rest of the game just looks like I don't know. I feel like my game looks like ass. I see other games and I'm like, damn, that game looks good. And then I look at my game and I'm like, man, my game, I don't know, kind of looks like ass. Did you manage to track down the strange aiming instances where firing results in bullets traveling not in the direction you were aiming in? The idea of it being possibly affected by animation was being floated around. In your dev build, did you manage to track down the strange aiming instances where firing results in bullet travel not in the direction you're aiming in? It happens. It happens sometimes, very rarely. I don't know if I've seen it in a while, so I must have like brute forced it to not happen as much. You know, Angel. Would be the secret to a good-looking game then? I don't know, dude. If I knew, I would have. I'd be working on it. You know, uh, consistent art style, I think, is a big one, and that's one of our, I think, big problems. Is there's a little bit of inconsistency. Um, for me, I think a nice detail is a nice variation of roughness values. I think that adds to it. Um, minimal seams and issues like this, for example. This looks pretty bad. I think lighting is a huge fucking contributor to good looking stuff. Um, yeah. What's key to a good game? 3 letters: fun. I would say I would say that's misdirection. Actually, I would say a key to a good game is not fun. It's I would say it's a multitude of things, but you're playing into a specific emotion that might devolve from fun ultimately, like enjoyment. I would say fun is not really, it's enjoyment, which I guess is basically the same thing, but enjoyment comes from different factors. It could be like competitive edge. It could be playing into a specific fantasy. It could be I think there's a lot of elements that come into play because a lot of people, when you think of a game like Tarkov, for example, I don't know if I would use the word fun. I would use words like exhilarating. I would use words like terrifying. Like I think there's some games where I don't think necessarily the key to the game being good is necessarily because of the fun factor. But I think, you know, I think there's so many different things that come into play for different games. I think all of it is technically correct. It's not fun, it's entertaining. There. I just think when I think of fun, I think of like I don't know why. I think of being in like fucking Disneyland or like some bullshit like being in a it just sounds anyways, it's all semantics. Is Resident Evil not fun? Like would Resident Evil be like I feel like Resident Evil kind of goes into different emotions that are not necessarily fun. Maybe satisfying in some way, scary. Crimson has Disneyland PTSD. It wouldn't matter, dude. I can't even fucking afford going to Disneyland these days. They make that shit like a luxury now. Also, I don't know if I'd go. I don't know if it would interest me as an adult. I don't know. Yeah, Resident Evil. What would be words that describe its focuses? Scary, interesting, suspenseful, I suppose. Horror is fun. Horror is like the beauty of horror is that you get that initial scare and whatnot, and it's usually like the concept of like you laugh it off later on, right? And it's kind of like something like that. For me though, I'm not really into horror because like that fucks up my sleep. I can't sleep after horror. I literally can't. I can't. I can't sleep, dude. It also gives me massive anxiety. So fun is also subjective. You got to target the right audience. Don't try to be fun for everyone. Be fun or enjoyable or entertaining for the people that you want it to be entertaining for. It's another very important thing. Because if you try to target everyone, you target no one. Which kind of people are Super Hire fun for? I think my target audience for Super Hire is people that are into top-down shooters, people that want the John Wick fantasy, I suppose. That's kind of like a big things for me. People that are into like action movies, I would say is a big one. People that I guess are into like Hotline Miami or games like Hong Kong Massacre, which is kind of like focused on like top-down shooters, but like the third person mode is kind of trying to lean more towards the John Wick fantasy players, I guess. Hellcat, thank you for the Prime.
Disneyland ticket fund.
Dude, you're gonna need a lot of those to get there. Like boys, I guess. I'm sure there's females that also are interested in those kind of games as well. Are there anime girl fans in the audience? How you doing, Manny? I don't know what else to work on right now. We only got like 20 minutes and then I gotta go for a call. But we're making some good progress on the game. I think we gotta start smashing out these levels. That might be like the next step. Get back to the levels, get those cleared out. I don't think anything can top GTA when it comes to diverse audience. Like GTA is really successful, but I wonder if it actually has the most diverse audience. I feel like a game that has a diverse audience is Sims. I feel like anybody can play Sims. Like literally anyone. You know what I mean? Like I've seen people that literally just play action games play Sims. Does anyone play it? Well, from time to time. Like I would argue GTA has a somewhat diverse audience, but it's just because of the sandbox element to it. But I'm sure there's people that are not into shooting and blood and that kind of stuff. So could you say it's diverse in that respect? Because there's some people that are not really into that. I would say maybe the most diverse game would probably just be. No, you can't say Roblox because it's like, no. I would say maybe Minecraft. Most diverse game just based on most users played, it would be Flappy Birds. I guess mobile games would probably be the most diverse audience because almost everyone has a phone, and that's probably the most accessible thing. So I guess accessibility does come into play quite a bit into play. How's Thin Wick going? Well, you know, getting there. Mobile games are women. Women is not diverse enough. Listen here, Asmongold, okay? I'm trying to think of one of the most popular games that would be very diverse. Like has an audience that's kind of all over the place, different ages, etc., etc. Mario, I guess Mario. Any of the Mario games. Fortnite, I don't know if I would say that's like extremely diverse. Like it kind of is, but it's mostly for people that are into like battle royales or shooter games. I don't know why some of those levels do not have lighting built. I don't get why. I don't know why. Doesn't make any sense why they're not built. You have to build all the lighting for those levels. Great. Yeah, I'm trying to think like what is the most popular diverse. I feel like Minecraft has to be the one, dude. It's got people, adults playing it. It's got younger generation playing it too. I feel like any of the Nintendo games are up there too. I think GT is just really popular. It's just a very popular game, but I don't know if I would say it's like diverse. I bet you there's tons of people out there that are playing it just because of FOMO. Like, I shit you not. There's probably tons of people that are not even into games like that, but they just do it because of FOMO. And just because it's like the thing, you know what I mean? Now, I could be wrong in saying that. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, they're very well made games, right? They're very well made games. But I feel like there are other games that have a diverse audience that just, you know, they're just there. They exist. Anyways, I got a call coming up. I will see you guys tomorrow or potentially later tonight. No, I probably won't stream more. I think I might work on some stuff off stream. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of a short stream. So I randomly had a call pop up. Really fucking annoying. I just want to focus on my game. I got until April 6th. Motherfucker. Don't you worry. We're getting there, all right? We're going to get there. It's going to be fucking sick, okay? We're going to get there. April 6th, baby. That's a Sunday. Gonna finish the game on a Sunday, all right? All right. All right, goodbye. See you guys later. See you tomorrow. Have a great day. I'm gonna go eat something. I'm hungry. I got chicken nuggets. Yo!